Om Shanti. 2nd February 2021 Bab-Dada Sakar Murli. In the essence, Baba says, Sweet children, God is your friend and Ravan is your enemy. Therefore, you love God and burn Ravan. Question: which children automatically receive blessings from many others? Answer: the children who stay in remembrance and purify themselves and also make others similar to themselves continue to receive blessings from many others. They claim a very high status. The Father just gives you one Srimad to make you elevated. He says, Children, don't remember any bodily beings but just remember me alone. Song: At last the day for which we had been waiting has come. Om Shanti. The spiritual father has explained the meaning of Om Shanti to you children. Om means I am a soul and this is my body. The soul is not visible. Good and bad sanskars are in the soul. The soul has a mind and intellect. The intellect is not in the body. The main thing is the soul. This body is mine. No one can see the soul. The soul sees the body. The body does not see the soul. When a soul leaves his body, that body becomes non-living. A soul cannot be seen, but a body can. Similarly, even the Father of souls, to whom everyone calls out, O God, the Father, cannot be seen. He can be realized or known. All of us souls are brothers. When you enter bodies, it is said that you are brothers or that you are brothers and sisters. All souls are actually brothers. The Father of all souls is the Supreme Father, the Supreme Soul. Physical brothers and sisters can see one another. The Father of souls is one. He cannot be seen. The Father has now come to make the old world new. The Golden Age was the new world. The Iron Age is now the old world and it has to change. The old world has to be destroyed. Just as an old building is demolished and a new one built. In the same way, this old world has to be destroyed. After the Golden Age, there will be the Silver, Copper and Iron Ages. And then the Golden Age definitely has to come again. The history and geography of the world have to repeat. In the Golden Age, there is the kingdom of the deities. There are the sun and moon dynasties. They are called the dynasty of Lakshmi and Narayan and the dynasty of Ram and Sita. This is easy, is it not? Then, in the Copper and Iron Ages, the other religions come. The deities who were pure became impure. This is called the kingdom of Ravan. People continue to burn an effigy of Ravan every year, but he doesn't get burned. They continue to burn it again and again. He is everyone's biggest enemy, which is why there is the system of burning it. Who is the number one enemy of Bharat? Ravan. The number one friend, the one who gives constant happiness, is God. God is said to be the friend. There is a story based on this. Therefore, God is the friend and Ravan is the enemy. God, the friend, is never born. The other one is the enemy. This is why they create an effigy of Ravan with 10 heads and burn it every year. Gandhiji also used to say, we want the kingdom of Ram. There is happiness in the kingdom of Ram and sorrow in the kingdom of Ravan. Who sits here and explains all of this? The purified Father. Shiva is Baba and Brahma is Dada. Baba always signs Bab Dada. The father of people, Prajapita, Brahma, belongs to everyone. He is also called Adam. He is called the great-great-grandfather too. He is the father of people of the human world. Brahmins are created through Prajapita Brahma, and then those Brahmins become deities. Deities then become warriors, merchants and Shudras. This one is called Prajapita Brahma, the ancestor of the human world. Prajapita Brahma has so many children. They continue to say Baba, Baba. This one is the corporeal Baba, whereas Shiv Baba is the incorporeal Baba. It is also remembered that the new human world is created through Prajapita Brahma. Those are now your old skins. This world is the impure kingdom of Ravan. There is this Mahabharata war for that. Afterwards, in the golden age, no one will burn the enemy Ravan. Ravan won't exist there. It was Ravan who created the world of sorrow. It isn't that those who have a lot of wealth and live in big palaces are in heaven. The father explains that although someone may have millions, all of that is going to turn in dust. In the new world, new minds will emerge from which you will build your palaces, etc. in the new world. This old world is now to finish. People perform devotion in order to receive salvation. They say, "Come and purify us because we have become vicious." Those who are vicious are said to be impure. In the golden age, everyone is viceless, completely viceless. Children there are born through the power of yoga. There are no vices there. There is no body consciousness, lust or anger. The 5 vices don't exist there, and that is why they never burn Ravan there. Here, it is the kingdom of Ravan. The father now says, "Become pure." This impure world is to be destroyed. Those who remain pure according to Srimad and those who follow the directions of the Father claim their inheritance of the sovereignty of the world. There used to be the kingdom of Lakshmi and Narayan. It is now the kingdom of Ravan. That has to be destroyed. The golden aged kingdom of Ram has to be established. There are very few human beings in the golden age. The capital will still be Delhi, where there will be the kingdom of Lakshmi and Narayan. Delhi used to be the land of angels in the golden age. The throne used to be in Delhi. Delhi is the capital in the kingdom of Ravan and also the capital in the kingdom of Ram. However, in the kingdom of Ram there were palaces studded with diamonds and jewels. There was limitless happiness. The father now says, "You lost the kingdom of the world. I am now giving it back to you once again. Just follow my directions. If you want to become elevated, simply remember me and not any bodily beings. Consider yourselves to be souls and remember me, your father, and you will become Sato Pradhan from Tamo Pradhan. You will then come to me. You will become the garland around my neck and then the garland around the neck of Vishnu. In a rosary, I am the tassel flower at the top, and then there is the dual bead of Brahma and Saraswati. They then become the emperor and empress of golden age. The rosary is then of those who sit on the throne number-wise. I make this Bharat into heaven through Brahma and Saraswati and you Brahmins. Memorials are created of those who make effort. That is the rosary of Rudra and this is the rosary of Vishnu. The rosary of Rudra is of souls and then there is the rosary of Vishnu of human being. The residence of souls is the incorporeal supreme abode, which is also called Brahmand. Souls are not egg-shaped. Souls are just like tiny points. All of our souls are residents of that sweet home. We souls reside there with the Father. That is the land of liberation. All human beings want to go to the land of liberation. But not a single being can return home. Everyone has to come to play his part. Until then, the Father continues to prepare you. When you are ready, all the souls that still remain will come down. Then, everything will be destroyed. You will then go to the new world and rule there, and the cycle will turn number-wise. Golden Age, Silver Age. You heard the song, "At last that day has come." You know that the people of Bharat who are now residents of hell will then become residents of heaven. All the rest of the souls will return to the land of peace. You must only explain a little. Alf is Baba and Bay is the kingdom. The first one receives the kingdom. The Father now says, "I am now once again establishing that same kingdom. Having taken 84 births, you have now become impure. It was Ravan who made you impure. Who will then make you pure? God, who is called the purifier." The full history and geography will repeat. How you become pure from impure and impure from pure. This destruction is just for that. It is said in the scriptures that Brahma's age is 100 years. This Brahma in whom the Father sits and gives you your inheritance will also shed his body. Destruction will take place even while they are crying out in distress. This is why the Father says, "Claim your inheritance from me, your unlimited Father, before carrying out in distress." Whatever you see in this world it is to be destroyed. This play is about the rise and fall of Bharat. There is the rise of the world. Only the Father sits here and explains who rules in heaven. The rise of Bharat is the kingdom of the deities, and the fall of Bharat is the kingdom of Ravan. The new world is now being created. You are studying with the Father to claim your inheritance of the new world. It is so easy. This is the study to change from human beings into deities. You have to understand very well which religions come and when they come. All other religions start to come in the Copper Age. You first experience happiness and then sorrow. You have to make this whole cycle sit in your intellect. By doing this, you become the emperors and empresses who rule the globe. You just have to understand Alf and Bay. Destruction has to take place. There will be so much upheaval that no one will be able to come here from abroad. This is why the Father explains that the land of Bharat is the most elevated. The war will be so intense that you will be stranded where you are. Even if you gave 5 to 6 million, it would be difficult for you to go anywhere. The land of Bharat, where the Father incarnates, is the most elevated. The birthday of Shiva is celebrated here. Because Krishna's name was used, all the praise has been lost. The liberator of all human beings incarnates here. The birthday of Shiva is also celebrated here. Only God, the Father, comes and liberates everyone. Therefore, you should only respect such a Father and only celebrate his birthday. That Father comes here in Bharat and purifies everyone. Therefore, this is the greatest pilgrimage place. It is fixed in the drama for him to liberate everyone from degradation and grant them salvation. We souls now know that our Baba is explaining this secret to us through this body. We souls are listening through our bodies. You have to become soul conscious. Consider yourselves to be souls and remember the Father, and the rust will be continued to be removed. You will become pure and go to the Father. The more you remember Him, the purer you will become. When you make others similar to yourselves, you will receive blessings from many and also claim a high status. This is why it is remembered that you can receive liberation in life in a second. Acha. To the sweetest beloved long lost in Nafan children, love, remembrance and good morning from the mother, the father, Bab Dada. The spiritual father says Namaste to the spiritual children. Spiritual children, in return to the spiritual father, says Good morning, Namaste, Namaste, Namaste. Essence for Dharana, point number 1. Become pure by following Srimad. Follow the Father's directions at every step and claim the sovereignty of the world. Become a remover of sorrow and a bestower of happiness like the Father. Point number 2. Constantly continue to study this study of changing from humans into deities. Serve everyone to make them similar to yourself and accept their blessings. Blessings. May you be constantly victorious by making the Father your companion with the stage of having all rights. May you be constantly victorious by making the Father your companion with the stage of having all rights. The easy way to make the Father your companion is to have the stage of having all rights. When you remain stable in the stage of having all rights, your intellect will not fluctuate in wasteful or impure thoughts, or in the sweetness of many other things. With concentration of your intellect, you develop the power of facing, discerning and deciding. These easily make you victorious over the many types of attacks from Maya. Slogan. A Raj Yogi is one who practices going from the essence to the expansion and from the expansion to the essence in a second. A Raj Yogi is one who practices going from the essence to the expansion and from the expansion to the essence in a second. Om Shanti. Thank you, Baba. Thank you.